Hello YouTube, how's everyone doing? It's Professional here. Welcome to my next part of Brothers in Arms, Earned in Blood. I hope that you guys are enjoying this series. If you are, drop a like. Let's continue from where we left off. Let's look at this. The Battle of Bloody Gulch. After the capture of Carentan, the paratroopers lined up to the southwest to stop a German counterattack of the city. The official documents refer to the fight as Hill 30 because of the topographical label that appears in the military maps in the area of the battle. Many of the soldiers who fought at Hill 30 later called the place Bloody Gulch. The highlighted section of the map shows the hedgerow section where the two squads of the 502nd and PIR took positions against the German 17th Waffen SS and remnants of the 6th Fallschirmjäger Regiment that led the counterattack in Carentan. Just to the north of this section is a railroad track which marked the northern flank of the Battle of Bloody Gulch. The paratroopers chose to defend lines like this because this terrain offered them the opportunity for what military strategists call a reverse slope defense. At Bloody Gulch, the paratroopers were wildly outnumbered and were being hit with armor and heavy weapons from elite enemy units. Although the paratroopers lost many brothers in arms in the fight, the reverse slope defense gave them enough of an advantage to hold their ground, saving Carentan and the invasion. The photo taken in 2004 shows the reverse slope incline of the Bloody Gulch battlefield. Typically, the reverse slope is defended from the bottom. In this photo, the paratroopers were set up on the right side at the bottom of the slope, and the enemy came to the left side, over the crest of the slope. The reverse slope offered the paratroopers the ability to direct all of their fire simultaneously on enemy units as they appeared one by one over the top of the hill. In this photo, historical director Colonel John Antle and executive producer Randy Pitchford stand in the exact location where the soldiers of the 502nd PIR fought. Behind them, through the hedgerow line, you can clearly see the slope of the hill, which the Germans attacked. The victory in this battle at Hill 30, or Bloody Gulch, secured the town of Carentan, and therefore secured the entire American bridgehead. So, when the Germans would get over the hill, that's when they would see the Americans. So the Americans used that slope as an advantage aimed at the top of the hill, and wait for them to appear up there. West Point Military Academy. Historical director Colonel John Antle and executive producer Randy Pitchford posed with cadets at West Point Military Academy and copies of Brothers in Arms Road to Hill 30, the game which features true history and combat challenges that require the use of authentic fire and maneuver tactics, being used in the West Point War Simulation Center as a training tool for cadets. Wow, I didn't know about that. Executive producer Randy Pitchford watches Brothers in Arms being played in the War Simulation Center of West Point. Pitchford describes the way weapons are modeled in the game to be natural and realistic when looking down the sights. The on-screen action mirrors his description. During his visit to West Point Academy, Pitchford also was invited to attend a military history class. After the class, Pitchford said, "I'm extremely impressed by both the faculty and the cadets. They're intelligent, focused, and committed, and I'm glad they're on our side." Historical director Colonel John Antle himself, an alumni of West Point Academy, visits with Brigadier General Mike Scaparotti, of the commandant of the institution. As the Gearbox visit to West Point Academy draws to a close, executive producer Randy Pitchford pauses at a statue of General Patton, who graduated the academy and led the U.S. armies through several U.S. campaigns for World War II. Pitchford has been known to quote General Patton's lesson on tactics: hold him by the nose, then kick him in the ass. The Panzerfaust. The Panzerfaust Tank Fist was a light, inexpensive, yet potent anti-tank weapon developed by Germany during World War II. The Panzerfaust gave an infantry soldier the ability to destroy tanks in close combat. The Germans began the development of the man-portable Panzerfaust anti-tank weapons after they captured an American M9A1 bazooka in the African campaign in 1943. The Panzerfaust was easy to use, and captured Panzerfaust weapons were often used by American, British, and Russian soldiers against the Germans. That is true. The Panzerfaust 60 had a range of roughly 60 meters. Its warhead contained a shaped charge that could destroy or damage Allied tanks and armored vehicles. So, about the Panzerfaust. The Panzerfaust is the most mass-produced launcher of World War II, over 6 million produced, and it is the deadliest launcher of the war. Now notice I didn't say rocket launcher specifically, because it's technically not a rocket. The Panzerschreck, on the other hand, the rocket launcher that you see the Germans have in most World War II games, about 300,000 of those were produced, where a couple 100,000 bazookas were produced, where 6 million Panzerfausts were produced. And the Panzerfaust, there's a few of them, Panzerfaust 30, 60, 100, and 150. Now, about this launcher was very cheap to produce, very simple. It used a shaped charge. And while the Panzerschreck also used a shaped charge, the Panzerschreck was a system that was designed on a rocket. So you needed two guys to typically fire it. You had one guy that would load the rocket in the back, hook up the wires, and then the other guy would shoot it. And the Panzerschreck had a range of, I think it was about 150 to 200 meters, where the Panzerfaust was around 60 to 100 meters. And about this thing was way deadlier than a Panzerschreck because of the charge. The shaped charge that was on this was much more deadlier. This hit like a Sherman tank. Think of this as basically like a blowtorch at supersonic speed with a piece of metal that basically just burns right through the armor. And about this, the Panzerfaust, certain models of it, like the Panzerfaust 60, which was the most commonly produced one, could penetrate up to 200 millimeters of armor. And if you want to know how important that is, the M4 Sherman had around 51 millimeters, and that was in the frontal armor, which is supposed to be the strongest. The American Jumbo Sherman, which is an American heavy tank, that thing had 100 millimeters in the front. So a Panzerfaust could even destroy an American heavy tank. Now, the reason that the front of the tank was a little bit sloped was specifically for that, so the projectile wouldn't go right through. But if this thing hit a tank, it would burn right through, and it would hit a piece of jet metal that would go through, and it would fragment inside and spill all over inside. And what this could do is this could create shrapnel in the armor. So when it hits the armor, what it's going to do is it's going to break up parts of the armor in the tank, and that piece of shrapnel could fly around and kill people. That's pieces of metal fragments flying around at supersonic speed that could very much kill people. And the worst that could happen is it could ignite the ammunition, which is actually what happened in Fury. Take a look at this, when a child soldier actually destroyed an American tank.
Cocksucker! Why didn't you take the shot?
He was just a kid. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, Sergeant.
You see what a kid can do? Look! That's your fault. That's your fucking fault.
So stuff like this could very much happen, and the really disturbing thing about the Panzerfaust, this is what's really disturbing about this, is it's almost considered a suicide weapon because of how close you had to get. Because a lot of times tanks were covered by infantry and other tanks. Tanks were very vulnerable in foresty environments in cities where soldiers could get really close with this and fire. And the Panzerfaust was not dependent on speed, so it didn't matter the distance it hit. As long as it hit, it's going to burn right through and cause so much damage. And a more creepy thing about this weapon is that the people that used Panzerfaust primarily near the end of the war were actually children and a lot of old people. Because what happened was in fall of 1944, when Germany's military situation got really bad and they started getting desperate, what happened was Germany created the Volkssturm, which is called the People's Militia, I believe, in German. And the Volkssturm was comprised of Hitler Youth children. You had old people also, people that were too old to fight. You had even disabled people that were drafted in that. Civilians who had basically no combat experience. And they basically fought about this. We can't have a child manning a machine gun, so what are we going to give a child? And the Panzerfaust was light, and a child could carry that, like you saw that scene in Fury. A child could carry this weapon and could get close to a tank and destroy it. And there's also that psychological factor that when you saw like child soldiers coming at you with this thing, a lot of soldiers, they would be hesitant to shoot at them. Like you saw in Fury, where he was hesitant, to call it out at first because he saw a young soldier, and then that ends up happening. And so this was a psychological factor. So the Germans basically gave kids this weapon in order to get close to tanks, which would make the children very vulnerable, but a child could actually destroy even an American heavy tank with this. So that just, a lot of people don't know that. When Germany's military situation was getting desperate, yes, they even used children, Hitler Youth, especially in the last few months of the war. Pretty disturbing fact. But in a lot of World War II games, you will not see like German civilians and, especially kids, carrying this weapon ready to blow up tanks for obvious reasons. Because, the game could get an A rating if you have like children coming at you with this launcher. But that's actually what happened. And that's actually how disturbing this weapon was and what was going on with it. Halo?
Zacząć już, o której skończysz, bo frytki robi się 20 minutes i jeszcze zanim rozgrzeje piekarnik, zacząć już robić?
Zacznij 8 o'clock, okej?
Ej, tak masz zacząć?
Zacznij 8 o'clock i ja wyrobię się. I za 20 minutes przyjdę, co 8:20 przyjdę, okej?
8:20?
Tak.
No.
Chyba. Okay, the city of Carentan. Carentan fell on June 12, 1944, when paratroopers of the 101st Airborne Division drove into the city from the northwest and northeast. The German defenders put up a spirited defense, but were unable to stop the American attack and withdrew to the southwest as they found themselves attacked by the paratroopers of the 101st Airborne Division from two sides. With the capture of Carentan, the Americans had acquired the vital link-up between Utah Beach in the west and Omaha Beach in the east. The vital link-up was critical to the success of the invasion, and the Germans knew that very well. When they had landed, the Americans would try to capture the town. Once captured, Carentan and the surrounding areas had to be cleared of Germans who remained and fought to attrit the defenders or shell the liberated town with artillery. Control of the city of Carentan was absolutely required, extremely difficult, and earned in blood. And you have the title, Earned in Blood. When recreating the environments for Brothers in Arms, a great deal of research is required to ensure the accuracy and authenticity of the era. Armed with official after-action reports, military maps, aerial recon photos, and other historical documents, the Gearbox survey team is sent to Normandy to walk the battlefields and study the exact locations where battles took place more than 60 years ago. In the field, the Gearbox survey team meticulously photographs everything that will be needed in order to accurately depict the environment. Video is shot to provide walkthroughs for the level designers and other artists who will later create the actual content with the help of the survey team. The new reference photos and videos are gathered and cross-referenced with aerial reconnaissance, historical photos, and maps of locations, and then the Gearbox team begins to recreate the environments of 1944. First, the level designers use the reference material to lay out the battlefields. Using simple placeholder buildings and objects, the temporary buildings and objects will later be replaced with the actual finished structures that are created by the art team and are based on the historical references provided by the research materials and the survey team. Using precise measurements and photo comparisons, Gearbox artists began to construct the 3D buildings and structures that will later replace the temporary ones used by the level designers. Once the 3D models of the building are constructed, they are given surfaces based on the reference photos that were brought back from the field. With the entire building model textured, it is then reviewed for accuracy and authenticity. Following this review, the model then moves on to lighting. Level designers begin to light their maps, taking into consideration the time of day, weather, etc. Historical director Colonel John Antle provided weather and light data based on the actual meteorological reports and sun and moon charts of the period. Artists then matched up the structures they built to their in-game counterparts. Once everything matches up, the buildings are then ready to be lit again by the artists. The lighting process involves the addition of more information to every surface to add to the proper highlights and shadows that would naturally occur in the scene. The artists then add other details such as grime and blast marks. Finally, collision volume for the models are generated for optimal interaction between characters, bullets, and other in-game physics elements. With the art completed, the level designers then replace the temporary art with a finished 3D model. The model is then thoroughly tested and heavily scrutinized for authenticity, collision, and overall feel. If problems are found during this testing period, they are quickly corrected and the process repeated to ensure quality and accuracy. In the end, this long and laborious process ensures that the war experience is accurate and as authentic as possible as being in 1944 Europe. Wow, look at that. That's impressive, isn't that? Okay. The challenges of urban combat. Combat operations in urban areas, villages, towns, and cities are risky and time-consuming operations. Historically speaking, combat in villages, towns, and cities have a higher casualty rate than most other operations because a skilled defender can make every alley, road, and plaza a killing zone. In an urban fight, teamwork and tactics are vital. The 4 Fs: find him, fix him, flank him, and finish him, applying city fighting and other combat operations, but must be skillfully employed by the squad and platoon leader. And you see what's happening right here? They are most likely suppressing the enemy right here, while this guy is crossing the street. So they will shoot at where they think the enemy is coming from. That will distract them while this guy crosses the street. They're not going to be focused on the guy crossing the street, but instead the guy shooting at them. It's a real-life tactics, not just in Brothers in Arms. It is the squad leader's duty to accomplish the mission with the fewest number of casualties possible. Okay. Let's do it.
I'd been promoted maybe an hour before, but it still felt like I was following Baker around. It's probably for the best at the time.
How much more resistance did you encounter?
Mostly just the pockets of scared crowds that fled during the assault on the train yards. It wasn't easy to find them in all those back alleys and side streets. It's hard to imagine people lived in half the places we were standing on.
McCrary, stay with them! All right, we're going to attack at 2 separate routes and meet back at the plaza. No point in wasting a bunch of words. Let's just get this done.
It went in and out, I think. Crowds weren't supposed to shoot at me. Little bastards. Hurts like a son of a bitch.
Okay, so Mac got hit. Clear the remaining Germans out of Carentan. Okay. The remaining Germans in train yards scattered into the city once their position was overrun. Okay.
Panic! Campbell! Everyone, fall in!
On it!
Go!
Here we go!
Panic! Hurry up over there!
We gotta get around them! They're suppressed! Shit! They're still coming!
Panic!
Roger that!
Campbell! Go!
Fire! Watch
Panic!
Guy that's up there. Gonna be a
Covering fire! Reloading air! We gotta get around them!
Got him.
Throwing grenade!
Reloading here! Covering fire!
I'm throwing a grenade!
Covering fire! Get down!
Cover! Fire in the hole! Titan formation! Squad! Panic! Bring it in!
SS, yeah.
Campbell! Panic! Move! Here we go! Take this Over there!
Watch it!
There's more!
Crap, how many of them are there? Oh, man.
Paddock! Campbell! Titan formation!
Got it!
On it! Set up there! Paddock! Take cover there!
Oh shit, there's more!
Campbell!
Crap, light them up.
Fire in there!
Vic! There are Germans all over the area and they got a tank. We've been running from it since we split up.
Oh, is that a Panzer IV?
Anything else? I had no fucking idea.
Oh. Find the crates, the opposite side of the orchard to locate the Panzerfaust. Okay.
Throwing grenade!
Okay.
Take out that Campbell! Suppress that armor! Paddock! Suppress! Campbell! Base of fire! Over there!
Panzerfaust.
Armor! Paddock! Attack that son of a bitch!
Do this. And like we talked about the Panzerfaust earlier, because there were 6 million of these made, these came in crates like this, fire and disposable. Oh.
That shell is too fucking close. I can barely hear anything.
I can't get there!
Jesus, Baker, this shit is drawn to you. This ringing in my ears is gonna drive me crazy.
I jumped under what I think was a table, and I found this. I figured you'd like to properly toast your promotion.
Okay, I still heard gunfire there. Okay, chapter complete.
Baupte. Shit, that was a rough day for me, sir. Pardon my French. That town was supposed to be the link-up for the 82nd and the 101st. The last stop on the road to St. Sauveur. Hell, we walked in expecting to see some airborne. We barely made it to the edge of town before the Germans hit us with a Panzerschreck on the bridge. And from there it got bad.
Krauts are disappearing left and right! Like damn jackrabbits! 3 more there! Near the train track! A fucking tree! Let's get off the bridge, Red! Oh! Shit! Red's down! Medic! They're There is no medic. Look where we are, Paddock.
Oh, he just lost his finger.
Just hang in there. Look at. Just hang in there.
Figure's the only married man in the squad with ring finger blown off.
We ain't got time here for something pretty. Fire! Just wrap the damn thing. Why are you yelling at me, Kansas boy? Fire at the fucking Germans. Can you fire a weapon? Sarge, can you fire a weapon? I wouldn't ask if we didn't have Krauts up our ass.
Paddock! Let's take some fire! Over there! Paddock! Give me some goddamn fire! Take him out!
Get the tank down there.
Suppress! Paddock! Kill him!
Fire on that! Here we go!
Get them all! Don't let him get away! Paddock! Go back!
Let's get down there.
Got it! On it!
Push around them! There's some press on them!
On it! You heard him? Let's go!
Got it! Let's go!
Double time! Roger that!
Roger that!
Keep shooting! Keep shooting! There's no way, Red!
Fire!
Okay.
Hey! Save some for the rest of
Paddock! Squad, fall in!
On it! Got it!
Oh, I got a bad feeling about this area.
More Germans!
Paddock! Keep up the fire! Start firing there! Paddock! Take cover there!
Keep shooting! Keep shooting!
Fallschirmjäger's paratroopers, okay.
Double time!
Go, fellas! Roger that!
Hit him hard! That way! Full speed! Paddock! Let's go! Take cover there!
Go, fellas! Got it! Got it!
Move that fucking tank over there! Give me some goddamn fire! Paddock! Panic! Go!
Roger that! On it! I'm out! I can't get there!
Damn, there's a Panzerfaust. Okay.
All right, squad, get over here!
Ugh, okay, the tank got hit, but we're still good.
Squad, full Titan formation!
Roger that!
Panic! Hurry up, over there!
On it! We got Germans!
Crap!
Got another? Another down! I'm taking some fire here!
Panic!
Shit!
Pressing fire!
On it!
Quick, go!
I'm hit! Taking fire!
Oh!
There's some pressure, Red! Red, get down! I'm taking some fire here! Open here, Red! Watch it!
Rally!
Roger that!
Oh, look, FG-42. Okay. This is a German paratrooper rifle. Oh no, is that a Panzer IV?
What was that? Keep shooting!
Go over there!
Let's go! Double time! Roger that! On it! I'm taking some fire here!
Panic! Get cover there!
Got it! Roger that!
Armor! Panic!
You
Follow
heard?
me!
Let's go!
Squad! Fall in!
On it!
Throwing grenade!
Get down! Die schlachten uns ab!
Okay, paratroopers. FG-42. Okay, paratrooper rifle fires the Mauser
Follow
8mm.
You heard him, let's go!
Go over there!
Die schlachten uns ab!
Oh,
Panic!
the Panzer IV.
Whoa! Fall in! Get cover there!
Double time! On it! Roger that!
Move! Now!
Nice shot, tank. Okay.
Take out that tank! Armor! There!
I have to wait for him to open up the hatch again.
Attack that son of a bitch!
This is getting annoying. Got him. Commander's dead. Okay. Oof. Okay. Normally that would not work, but because the commander already opened up the hatch, it was already exposed.
Panic! Squad! Squad! Fall in! Move!
I can't get there!
Get rolling!
I got a bad feeling about these backyards.
Move! Now! Panic! Quick! Go!
Roger that.
Panic! Run some cover! Keep up the fire! Armor! There! Panic! I need you over there!
Red, get down, man!
Okay.
Roll! Panic! Hurry up, over there! Panic! Go over there!
Watch it, boy!
Heavy panic! Fire! Now!
Get in it! Firing! Here we go! Covering fire! Keep shooting! Keep shooting! I can't get a shot there! They're scared
That way! Full speed!
Covering fire!
Hit him hard!
Get away, Red!
Covering fire!
They're suppressed!
There we go. Tank's firing now. Okay.
Covering fire! They're suppressed!
I can't get
Covering
a shot
fire!
there!
I can't hit him! Firing! Covering fire! Keep shooting!
crap, there's a dude with a Panzerfaust there.
I can't hit him!
We get it? Is it clear?
Armor! There!
Okay, I'm taking the Panzerfaust, as in case I run into more armor.
Come on! Get over there! Take those bastards out!
I really hope they don't got Panzerfaust up there. Crap! One hit from that and we're done.
Target down! Panic! Face of fire! Over there!
Here we go! Take down those...
Oh man.
Panic! Squad, gather up!
Got it!
Roger that!
Okay, I think
Got it.
infantry should take
I
point
need
here.
all here now!
And still get ambushed by another Panzerfaust. Oh. It's another tank.
We got German armor here! Get cover there!
Double time! Got it!
Move now!
Let's move! Roger that! On it!
Taking fire! Let's go!
Go, fellas! Got it!
Got it! Get cover there! Suppress! Roger that! He's down! Covering fire! Take cover there!
Okay.
Roger that!
Got it!
Something's gotta be done about that Panzer IV.
Assault that armor!
I'm gonna have my own tank charge it. Go for the flank now. I really hope the Sherman hits it directly. Oh, here we go.
Fire!
Ooh, there you go, it's gone. Panzer IV destroyed.
Paddock! Tighten it up! Armor! There!
Okay, there we go.
Move! Paddock! All right, squad, get over here. On it! Roger that!
Looks like we got some allies here now, yes. Here we go, now the tables have turned. Okay. Oh, crap, that's another...
Taking fire!
It's a Panzer IV.
Get rolling! Move!
I'm under some fire!
Paddock! Get the hell over there!
What was that? Get back!
Rally! Paddock! You're with me! Got it! Roger that! Form up! Paddock! Squad, fall in!
Oh, here we go, we got allies now.
Move that fucking Paddock! Quick, go!
Roger that!
Another Panzer IV, okay.
Paddock, bring it in!
I'm under some fire!
Move quickly!
Charge him.
Got one shot at this! Paddock, let's go!
Panzerfaust, perfect.
Roger that! Roger that!
We need to get around them!
Nice, tank got him.
Took down another!
That another Panzer IV? It is another, I think it
need
is.
heavy fire on that tank now!
Get down, man! That one's
Put
dead!
some fire on it! Get in him!
Damn, how many shots can that thing take?
Base of fire! Over there!
He's dead! Cease fire! There's no more!
This
Oh.
can't be all of them!
Ooh, that was something else, right? That was something else.
Gotta wonder what the odds were I'd find you again.
I see you're a sergeant now.
You too, huh? We're moving up fast. It just seems... Jesus Christ, Red! What happened to your finger? Shit, you should have that looked at.
You know, I'm not entirely sure yet. It happened real fast. And a lot of gunfire.
I'll buy you whiskey when we get back to England so you can forget all about it.
It's really not that much.
Okay, guys, so I guess we will wrap this up here. Thank you guys for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed this part. If you did, drop a like, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day, guys.